Hey everyone, it's good to see you again. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be renovating the friend's house in Willow Creek. Now if you guys watched my last video, you'll know that I mentioned how this video is probably going to be a lot longer because the house is bigger and I'm making it for already pre-made townies. Let's just say the video is probably going to be twice as long. I still haven't done all the editing yet, but I'm really sorry if this video is longer than the other ones. On another note, we are getting close to 1.9k subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much for the continued support. It's my goal to hit 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so please spread the word if you know people who might enjoy my content. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so this is the house we're going to be renovating today. It's called Garden Essence, but most people refer to it as the friend's house. Now, as you can see, it resembles the style of the previous houses we have edited in this neighborhood, but it's got a few extensions on it, and I'm assuming that's because it's a larger family. Now, if we take a look at the floor plan, you can see that we have a ridiculously large living room, and there's a lot of space. They have this awkward kitchen area as well. No matching furniture. Like, this is terrible. Then off to the side, we have one of the bedrooms here. For some reason, this guy only gets a single bed, kind of sad. And then over here is the last room. And the sad thing is in this household, they all share one bathroom. So in my renovation, I would like to give them another bathroom. They have a nice open backyard, and I do like that. So in my renovation, I'm also going to try to give them a same large expanded backyard space. All right, let's get started, shall we? Hey, it's me again, and I am in a different outfit today. Wow, look at me go. I really struggled to get all of the recording done in one go because I'm still learning how to do this whole YouTube thing, so I do apologize. I know it's not consistent, but it's what I got, so I hope you guys can work with me on that. But today we are renovating the friend house, as I mentioned in my intro, and I had a lot of fun with this house. I decided to make it a two-story home because the original home was a one-story home, and it just felt unnecessarily large, like at the base of it. So instead I decided to take that and stack it and make it a more compact suburban looking home. And I actually really do like how the end result turned out. I had a lot of fun with it, and I was very creative with how I decided to lay out the floor plan. I think the only thing I don't like about the house was the upstairs was a little bit crowded, but you know, you kind of have to go with what you got whenever you're trying to do a home and also stay within a marginal budget. However, for some reason, the build mode is glitched for me, and you can kind of see I had the lot value open the entire time, but it didn't update. I don't know if you guys also have that problem when you're trying to build a home in The Sims and like keep it a certain budget. Like sometimes it's just bugged and it doesn't update, and I tried like reloading it and getting it to work, but it just wasn't working for me today. So unfortunately, I think I mentioned this, I went over by about 20,000 simoleons, and I'm sorry. It's just, it's what we gotta do. I wasn't able to track it, but I don't think it matters too much since it's a home that's, or not a home, it's a family that's already in the game, so it doesn't really matter. You guys can't purchase this house unless you evict them anyways, so I think it's fine. But anyways, I had a lot of fun with this house, and I did kind of stray away from the original coloring because it just wasn't looking good with the roof color, so I changed the kind of weird bluish, like light bluish greenish siding on the outside to a white color because I just think it looked a little bit better. And then I changed the railings and stuff as well. So I know that whenever I said I was going to try to keep the renovations as close to the original style as possible, this house is kind of an exception. I just wanted to be creative and have a lot of fun with it. Speaking of creative and having a lot of fun with it, I also ended up making sure I included the new platforms in this house as well. This is the first renovation house I've done on my series with the platforms involved, so I'm really excited for you guys to see how those turned out. I think that the platforms are a really good way to kind of separate up a space, kind of like half walls. You guys know how I like to use like the half wall spandrel combination to kind of like keep the floor plan open, but also not like fully closing it off while creating like a room divide. You can kind of do that with like a platform, or like, what's the opposite of a platform? Like a hole? What would you call this? Like, instead of it going up, it goes down. Is that like a sunken platform? Like, isn't it just still a platform? I honestly don't know. I'm at a loss here. Please educate me in the comments. Like, what would you call that? Like a recess, maybe? Whenever I say recess, I just think about school though. Huh. Anyways, you can see that I didn't really have much of an issue figuring out where I wanted to put my stairs, which is kind of good because usually when I'm trying to make a floor plan, that's the hardest part because wherever the stairs go, that kind of sets up the entire upstairs. But I think I did a pretty good job. I guess I just kind of like big brained it and knew exactly what was going on. Now, the upstairs was a little bit weird, and I know the 3 bedrooms are all different sizes, but I kind of explain it later that it's okay It's fine. It's because one of the rooms gets a balcony, so that makes up for it. I think if I were to have to live in this house, I probably would want the room with the balcony just because that's a little bit of outdoor space that's like private and it's mine. And like you could do so many cool things on the balcony. Like you could go out there and read a book, do your homework, maybe paint something. Like that's just such a nice space. Growing up, I had a balcony outside of my bedroom. I was on the second floor of our home and I actually didn't use it as much as I probably would use it nowadays. It's kind of sad looking back. I'm like, wow, I could have spent a lot of valuable time out there. But you live and you learn. One thing that I did do on that balcony though when I was younger is whenever it would thunderstorm, I would go out there and sit and watch the storm because I was like underneath the balcony. It wasn't an open balcony, it had a roof above it. So I felt very safe there and I was able to just watch the storm. And I don't know, I've always enjoyed watching storms because I am terrified of thunder and lightning. I think it's scary and I always freak out when I'm fast asleep and it suddenly wakes me up. So I think I slowly kind of became in better control of my fear just by going out and watching storms. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I literally faced my fears. I just went out and enjoyed the storms and I just kind of liked watching the beauty of them. Another thing you guys might have noticed about this house, by the way, is that I left the original medium wall height, and I know it's kind of like sacrilege to use a medium wall height in some instances, but I think when I made the overall shape of the house, I had it in medium wall height, and then when I like popped it back down to see how it looked at a shorter wall height, it just didn't look right. So I left it at medium wall height, and overall I think I ended up filling the space pretty well. I think having a lot of windows helped because the windows definitely take up a lot of space on the wall. But now you can kind of see I am working on the floor plan overall, and I have never really thought to put like a bathroom in the middle of the room there. I like created an entire wall there. It's weird. Usually I put my bathrooms on the outside walls of a house, but the only other place that I had to put the bathroom in this house would be like out the front window, and I was like, oh, that's kind of awkward. There's like two big windows there. You'd just be able to see the person using the bathroom or something like that. So I decided to try an interior enclosed bathroom without any windows, and I actually really like how it turned out. Another thing that I did in this house that I thought was really cool, it's probably something that I'm going to do in a lot of my houses, is create the raised fireplace. So I have the fireplace on this platform that is double raised, and I really like how that turned out because it feels more realistic to have a raised fireplace like this, and it kind of helps make fireplaces more the centerpiece of the room. I generally don't use fireplaces in my builds a lot. I would rather my Sims just have a TV, or if I do have a fireplace, I put the TV above it. But now I feel like I can create some really cozy like statement pieces with fireplaces because of the way the platforms are. It kind of helps them stand out a little bit more and create more structure to the room. So I just genuinely love how cute the fireplace looks. I hope you guys like it too. I think it's a really cool idea to use platforms in that way, and I think that there are still so many ways to use platforms that I haven't even tried out yet, but I'm gonna just keep being creative at my own pace. Like I know that there's some builders out there that go off the walls, like they're absolutely crazy, wild, have all these innovative ideas, and then I'm over here like, I can build a bathroom. Like I'm not as talented as them, but in the small instances where I feel like I've done a good job, I really like to brag about it. So in this house, we stand the fireplace. You know, I really can't wait until quarantine is over and I can actually go out and have some stories to tell you guys, but for this week, I have something very exciting coming up. And by exciting, I mean I'm really not looking forward to it. I've been holding off on going to the dentist for the entire year because I was supposed to go back to the dentist in April, but that's kind of when like, you know, like everything kind of went crazy. The pandemic started spreading and everyone was going into lockdown and stuff like that, except for the US because we're a bunch of idiots who can't wear masks, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, I'm gonna be going to the dentist later this week, and I am generally not looking forward to it because it is the dentist, but also because I haven't gone in like so long, and I was supposed to go and get a few more fillings because I had a few cavities, so I hope they're not any worse, but I had to hold off on going because I wanted to keep myself safe, and I'm so scared of going now and still getting like exposed to the disease and everything, so I have a lot of anxiety this week about that. I guess that's not really an exciting, fun, lighthearted story to tell while I'm doing a speed build though, is it? I'm really sorry about that. I just have nothing else to talk about. Like the last time that I went out of the house was to go to Target. But that was a long time ago because I don't want to leave the house ever again. Also, we can't go visit our families for Thanksgiving, so me and Tony are going to be cooking our own meal here at home. What about you guys? Do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? If you do, I hope that you're staying safe and quarantined and traveling properly. But if you don't, I hope you still manage to find fun and also have a good Thanksgiving holiday. It really sucks that we can't go be with our families because I moved to Minnesota last year and I haven't been back home to Texas since I moved up here. So it's been a long time since I've seen home, and I hate to say it, but I do miss my family. I know I am a strong, independent woman and I don't need my family. I'm very and I'm not saying that in a mean way. I literally don't feel homesick ever, but I am starting to feel a little bit, which is kind of crazy because that's never happened before. Even when I went off to college, I was never like, oh my gosh, I miss home, I want to go home. It just wasn't me, you know. I very much am okay being alone and in my own space, but it is starting to get to me now. So if you guys are also suffering, you're not alone, okay? We're all out here together. And one thing about Twitch that's been nice is that I can still keep in contact with so many of my friends and talk to you guys every day. So I am getting my tiny amount of socializing that I require to function, and I feel like it's just a nice place to make friends as well. So thank you. Shout out to my Twitch viewers for being there for me. You guys are the ones keeping me sane, and I do appreciate you all. Speaking of Twitch viewers, I have been streaming The Sims on Twitch for the past week, but within a few hours or even yesterday, my game crashed every 10 minutes. I have been unable to play my Legacy Career Challenge, which is making me kind of sad because it is a challenge that I am in fact really enjoying. So I am going to be going live today as I'm recording this, which by the time this video gets posted, this is going to be in the past. But I'll tell you guys anyways. You guys will listen to anything I say, right? But yeah, so I am going to be going live, and I am going to be trying to build something in build mode today instead of do gameplay because my gameplay keeps crashing every 10 minutes. I don't know if any of you guys are also having issues with your Sims 4 update, but I was fine before they sent out the patch that was supposed to fix all the problems because I hadn't had any issues before that. Then they sent out a patch that was like, okay, this is going to fix all the problems that happened with the update. And then I started crashing. So I would have rather not downloaded the new patch because then I would still be able to play the game, but it's fine. What can you do about it? So I'm just waiting for them to fix the game. I don't know if anybody else is having these issues. I've had a few people come into my chat and tell me that they're also crashing, but I feel like everyone has a different reason that they're crashing, which is kind of weird to think about. I don't know. I'm just kind of upset. I don't think that there has ever been a launch in The Sims before that has caused this many crashing issues. Sure, there's always the, oh, I forgot to update my mods, or oh, there's a few bugs here and there that make the game not fun. No. It's unplayable. You can't play The Sims. So yesterday for my stream, instead of playing The Sims, I decided to decompress and draw because I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. I was very upset. So I was like, okay, let's just make some cute art. And I actually really, really like how the art came out. I'll go ahead and put a picture up on the screen right now so that way you guys can see what I was drawing. I call them coffee motions because they're emotions in coffee form, and I just think it's really cute and adorable. I'm gonna be trying to make 6 of them total. It's gonna be like a sticker set, so I'm gonna be putting it on my merch store, and if you guys want to purchase it, I will also leave a link to my merch store down below in the description. It has a bunch of other things on there as well. I've talked about this before, but in my streams on Twitch, I do 5-minute sketch giveaways at the beginning of the stream. So every time there's a sketch that I really, really like the concept of, I go ahead and turn it into a sticker, and I credit the person who gave me the design idea. So it's a fun way to collaborate with you guys. So if you end up winning the 5-minute sketch, you could be featured in my merch store if I like the design enough. Don't take that as an offensive thing if I don't choose your design, by the way, because it's really random, the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, that's sticker quality. And my brain is very not normal, so please don't take any offense if I'm not like, oh my god, yes, this is perfect. No, I don't know. My brain's a scary place to be. I don't ever like explaining what's going on inside my head to people. Head empty. But anyways, enough about me. Let's go ahead and talk about the build a little bit more before we finish it up here. If I had one regret with this build, it would probably be the fact that I didn't really include a lot of their personality items because I had a feeling in the back of my head that we were nearing our budget. I know the townies themselves have specific interests. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, one of them really is into computer sciencey things and geeky stuff. And I'm pretty sure the other one is also similar. And then there's one of the girls that is really sporty. I can't remember exactly because I hate to say it, I'm not a lore whore as some people would call it. I do like lore. I just haven't really looked into some of the townies lore, and the friends are lore that I've not looked into. So I know like generalized like what they enjoy, but I wasn't able to really show that in their rooms. So I'm not sure who would take what room in this instance. I just put them there, and I guess if you end up playing in this house, you're probably moving your own family in anyway, so it's kind of nice that it's a little bit emptier and you can kind of add what you need to in the room. But I did try to give each of them the same type of furniture in each room. The smallest room got a little bit crowded, but I'm pretty sure you can still walk out there. I didn't play test it though, so if there are any issues, I won't be hurt if you decide to move some of the furniture around. Like, I get it, don't even worry about it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun furnishing this house, and I kept the furniture pretty simple, base game only. Of course, I'm not really allowed to add anything super fancy or anything like that, so I want to make sure that if you guys do end up playing with this house, you can download it if you have the base game. I'm going to be doing the save file in the way where I keep it to whatever world we're in plus base game. So like, for example, when we get to Brindleton Bay, I will be using the Cats and Dogs pack and base game, so that way if you have Cats and Dogs and Brindleton Bay, you'll be able to download and play with it, and you won't have to have any other packs at all, because let's be honest, the packs are expensive, and they're not shy about it either. They're very expensive. I do not recommend buying the packs at full price. Definitely wait for bundles. Black Friday is coming up too, so keep your eyes peeled. There might be some deals coming up. That's what I would assume, at least. But I had a lot of fun decorating this house, and for some reason I did a lot of green accents in it, and I think I really like how that turned out, because green is not a color that I normally go to. I usually go to blue for accent color, so I was being a little creative. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the color scheme as well. I spent a lot of time on it. One thing I wanted to make sure I included in this build was their backyard, because if you remember in the original house, their backyard took up half of the lot, so I wanted to make sure that I gave it back to them. I know I could be mean and make it smaller, but I did want to make sure that it was a decent size. Looking back though, I kind of wish that I pulled the house forward a little bit more to give their backyard a little bit more space, but in the end, I think that that's an easy fix. If you decide to download this lot, you can move the entire house forward a little bit, but I do think that the backyard being that small is also kind of cute and cozy as well. I added a place for grilling. I added a little picnic table as well on the side underneath this like giant oak tree, so it's got like a lot of shade. Love to see that. Don't want the hot sun burning us. I get burned so easily in the sun. I know that I'm very pale, but I also am like ginger, so it's bad, you guys. I'm not just like average white person getting sunburned. No, I get blister sunburns because I am a redhead, and it just burns me no matter what. Like, even if it's cloudy outside, I still get sunburned, and it's really bad, and I don't recommend it. Definitely wear your sunscreen. It also just keeps your skin healthier as well, because sunburns will destroy your skin. So make sure you're always wearing foundation with sunscreen in it if you do that. Pro tip from me, who doesn't know anything about makeup. At least I know that. But anyways, sorry, let's get back to the landscaping. Something that I've been enjoying doing is lining my gardens with the little bit of stone terrain paint, because I think it's really cute, and it's a cheap way to get that look that I would prefer to do with actual rocks. But the rocks in The Sims are so expensive. Like, who decided that rocks were gonna be like 200 to 500 simoleons? Like, that's an entire fish tank right there. I could get a fish tank, but no, I'm getting a single rock. Like, come on. The pricing there is a little bit off. So instead of lining my gardens with rocks, I am using the terrain paint, and I think it still looks pretty cute. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like the use of the mixed terrain paint in the build? Let me know in the comments down below. As we are wrapping up here, I would just like to take a moment to thank you guys once again for subscribing. Like, what the heck? We've gained a lot of subscribers in the past few days, and it really means a lot, because again, I'm gonna keep saying this, you guys are gonna get so annoyed with me, but we are pushing for 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So let's do this. We can totally do it. I think we're only, what is it, like 130 subscribers away? I'll have to check at the end of this video, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the support, and please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, of course. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a tour of the final build. Thank you so much. Okay, so here we are at the finished house, and honestly, I love how this looks. This is one of my favorite houses that I've built. I'm also really proud of the landscaping. I have been watching a lot of videos on YouTube getting tips on how to landscape, and it's genuinely helping me a lot. I tried to use the same windows that they used in the original build. You guys know how I like pull things out and like reattach them just in different colors. Yeah, I tried to do that. All right, let's take a look at the floor plan. So we'll start on the top floor. I decided to put all three of the bedrooms up top, and I know that this bedroom bedroom is smaller, but I thought it made up for it because they have access to the balcony up here, so I think it's okay, right? And then these are the other 2 bedrooms, obviously. And then we have a shared bathroom up here as well. I was going to put this on as an ensuite, but then I was like, that makes no sense. They should have access to all of the bathrooms. So I decided to just make this a shared bathroom. We have a computer desk area up here. The only thing is that I made this house about 20,000 simoleons more expensive than the original house. But again, this is for townies that already live there, so I don't think it matters too much. I'm a lot more strict when it comes to houses that you guys can purchase in the game. So I'm sorry, but like, listen, the aesthetics were calling me. And then this is the downstairs layout. You'll notice that I decided to implement the new use of platforms in here. So we have a sunken living room right here. I really like how this area turned out. Oh, I just noticed that this tree is clipping. Tragic. Let me fix that quickly. Okay, perfect. now it's fine, but dang it, now I have to fix the landscaping. It's this whole thing we gotta do now. This is terrible. Okay, it wasn't that bad. I fixed it. So this is the living room. I actually really like the colors I used in here. We got some like beige and some like green colors that I decided to bring out. And I do like the soft lighting as well. I use this light because it's a lot softer and it's not as harsh. And then, oh dang it, this tree clips too. I'm terrible. I'm gonna make sure that these trees are fixed before I add it to the gallery. 1 second. What's wrong with me? I like added the trees and I never went back to check if they were okay. Ooh. Anyway, so this is the dining area. It's raised up on a platform here and your Sims should be able to access it. I just like how it kind of separates the space. I also gave them a bar because they had a bar in their original house, and I have to remember that these kids are probably college students, so I wanted to give them like somewhere to entertain. And then they do have a very nice kitchen. Like, this kitchen is huge. They don't really deserve this nice kitchen, let's be honest. I skipped the entryway, but this is the entryway. You see we have a computer desk here. I put all 3 of their backpacks here as well as a nice little touch, and an easel that they can use. And then this is the downstairs bathroom. I tried to use platforms again, so this is kind of sunken. We have an area with a bathtub and a toilet down here, and then we have a sink here as well. And then this is the backyard. You guys got a little bit of a glimpse of it earlier. We have a nice little grill, a picnic table, some planters, and then just a nice little garden area. Like, I'm assuming if you decided to purchase this house and move your Sims in, you could add probably like a swing set in here. You could potentially delete this and add a pool if you wanted to. This backyard has a lot of space, and I really like how the landscaping turned out. I think it looks really good. So yeah, this is my renovation of Garden Essence, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much. Next up, we're going to be building our own house in Bargain Bin, and I am going to make it a starter home, so it will be less than 20,000 simoleons. I'm going to try to replicate the styles that we have been working with previously, so stay tuned, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It is really going to help us push towards that goal of 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you so much, everyone, and take care. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I don't know what I'm singing. This is my outro, but thanks. See you next time. Love you. Bye.